All right, hey guys, Delt here. We finally hit platinum today, and I thought this was gonna be really easy to get into platinum, mostly because my first 8 games in gold, I won 7 of them. So I thought it was gonna be really quick and easy, and I stopped playing, and then I hopped on last night, and this happened. And I basically just dropped back down to gold 2, and then I took a little break, got back on, and we were able to climb back up into platinum. Honestly, there isn't too many tips or like specific things that I want to go over. I think this is just where it starts to look relatively closer to high elo. I say relatively. People still aren't playing completely optimally, but people are knowing what they're doing on their characters. And so I think that the most important part of like actually climbing is knowing how to position yourself and knowing how to effectively work with your team, even if you're not communicating. And that's the hard part. There also, with a lot of these losses, was a lot of people who were not the nicest. And like, I was blamed for pretty much all 3 of these losses. But I don't know, dude. I was doing my best, so whatever. Just sometimes you just gotta like let it go and move on. I probably was playing not my best at this time. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. I probably wasn't playing my best at this time. Anyway, I want to go over a Doctor Strange game because I haven't really done that too much with him. And he is one of my favorite tanks in the game. Pretty much my picks for climbing this far have been mostly Doctor Strange, Venom. I think I played Venom in one of these games. I don't know, dude. It's been Doctor Strange, Venom, and Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. And I did have a few comments on one of my past videos asking how you really try to like carry as a tank. So let's get into this one because it was a good game. And the team does play well, but it was a little rough at first, and I want to kind of go over it because of that. What I did in this game specifically, a lot of times you load up onto this map, and this is a really hard, if you don't know what map this is just from this area, it's this, there's like the big circle in there, and there's this long corridor. You can go this way, and then there's another way you can go over here. Usually you just push straight through the middle, and it is a very, very hard push. This is probably one of the easiest points to defend in the game. So, usually if you're playing with a Doctor Strange, you'll just portal behind the enemy team. Right up here, this is right on the other side of the point. Usually you'll port back here. But instead of doing that this game, I just asked, hey, walk or portal? And the only person who answered was our Moon Knight, and he said walk, so that's what we did. I just figured, you know what? Let's just see what my team's more confident with, and we're going to go with that. Really important point, as you're walking up, you just want to use the natural cover. So that's why we're all hovering to the right. And then as soon as we get here, we're just going to cross over to the left. I'm kind of trying to feel out my team, see how everyone's playing, and then I'll try to adjust my playstyle from there. You can either do this or be really aggressive at first. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to play defensive. We have some pretty good poke with Moon Knight and what's his name, Namor. So I figured that would be a good thing to do. Speaking of, I see Star-Lord right here, and I'm just gonna go get him out of this position. I want everyone to be in one straight line in front of us, and so that's what I went ahead and did. And I'm basically just trying to peel and be as annoying as I can without going too far. Because if I go in too far and I line of sight myself or Groot walls me like he did right there, I'm dead. I need to be able to shift over. So again, just trying to like take my time and cover. I don't really know where my healers are. They're in front of me, and I realized that later. And that's where I sort of start to realize, okay, I need to play more aggressive. And so I start to do that from this point on. And our Groot is dead, and somebody else is dead. And I should have stopped when I realized that. But because we had 2 people dead, I should have backed up at that point. And I was realizing that like our team wants to play aggressive. So from this point on, that's what I'm deciding to do as well. Once again, using natural cover to move up. I see Star-Lord, and I'm wanting to make sure he doesn't stay here and bother our healers, and he's not, so I'm waiting just to make sure he doesn't come back. I see him on the ground, and now I can dive in. And we're just gonna go a little bit harder than we did before, because our team wants to be aggressive, and I'm completely fine with that. Really important combo with Doctor Strange, by the way. If you don't know, it's just left click, melee, E. And so as I come back around, I see Bucky low, and I just do that quick combo, and he's dead. Once again, left click, melee, E. So again, I'm just sort of just trying to create space if I can, but it's a little hard to do sometimes. I should get rid of that. And since we got all hit by the Groodle, I'm trying to shield for my teammates. Didn't really work out, so we need to back out now. 2 people are dead. Groot's still in there, so I don't want to fully leave him, but also we should be backing out and resetting. I decided to go in. I'm going to try to use my ultimate, but it didn't work out, so I'm just going to back on up. Once again, we're just like slowly pushing in because our teammates are dead. I see a good opportunity for an ultimate, but Bucky hooks me and pulls me out of it, so it's fine. We're just gonna have to charge up 50% again. I hear Star-Lord yell legendary, and I know that's not good, and turn around and I'm trying to make sure that my teammates aren't dying, and they actually killed him, so good job, team. All right, so now we have some time. We're gonna push up, try to be a little bit more aggressive. Once again, we get to catch Bucky out here. Don't know why he was there. And now we're just gonna try to push in and do what we can. They're trying to wall me off, so I'm gonna fly over it and just keep pushing in. All right, and I'm paying attention to the fact that I almost have my ultimate here. I'm covering for Mantis because she got Agamotto'd, and now I get to push in, and I'm gonna be looking for a good ult. I don't think I actually needed it because Bucky goes in. Tried to finish off that Star-Lord. Wasn't able to do it. There's only 2 people on the point, so I said, screw it. I'm using it. We pick up those 2 kills, and we actually get the point because of that. Star-Lord was 1 health, and he had to leave, and everyone else was dead already. So I just wanted to make sure that we got it because we had 10 seconds left, and I didn't want to give the enemy a chance to get it. Moon Knight died. Rip. And I got confused. All right, so once again right here, that was really bad of me to go out that far. I'm gonna fix it right here by going to the wall and walking up along the wall. They can't shoot me there, and I get to push up all the way to the corner without wasting my shield.
I am strengthened for battle.
And once again, whenever you can find picks, get them. Groot landed a really good ult there. All right, the enemy team should be coming back pretty soon, and I'm just trying to stay a little bit ahead. And I noticed Star-Lord there, so I'm just gonna not give him any space and immediately try to jump on him and make him leave. I don't want Star-Lord to be able to do what Star-Lord wants to do. That is my entire job as a tank. And because I did that, everyone got pushed back into a corner. And this gets a little awkward here, I think, because Adam Warlock just rezzed everyone. We do get multiple support ults here. So basically, we're just at a standstill for a little bit. And because there's 30 seconds left in the game. Bucky pulls me, it's fine. I'm just going to keep doing damage and pull back to my healers. Legendary, I'm going to try to cover for them, but yeah. I think I end up dying here. I should die here, yeah. I decided to make a portal here, just because I don't want to run all the way back. And I just kind of did it to the side to where it would be advantageous to us. We're above them. And I'm just going to immediately drop down and try to do what I can. I do have Agamotto, but Groot used his ult, so I have no reason to use mine. If I use my Eye of Agamotto right now, it's going to be completely wasted. So I do not want to do that. And looking at the timer right now, we once again only have about 5 seconds, and I say screw it, I'm just going to use my ultimate and try to finish them off really quickly so we can push the point. Star-Lord is still here, but he shouldn't be able to 1v5 us. He shouldn't be able to hold the point. I see more people coming up on the side here, so I'm just going to try to pressure them back. And now that I pushed too far up, I'm just going to back on up and go back around to my team. Make sure we keep our healer alive because she had like a quarter health. Once again, we're just going to keep pushing. We're going to keep being aggressive. And I die. But it's okay because we have res. Maybe, right? I'm just going to keep pushing, keep being aggressive. Maybe you can get one here. I think I can get one here. Yeah. And then I just back up to my team again. And then when I realize everything's doing fine, I go back in. And that's all I'm doing. Like, I'm being aggressive, and then I'm going back to my team. And then I'm being aggressive, and then I'm going back to my team. Here I should be on the right side. Once again, not wasting my shield, but I'm not thinking about it at this point. Remember just to use the natural cover that you can, so you don't have to waste your shield as you're pushing up. Their group lands an ult that hits both me and our friendly group, so I'm just putting my shield up. He's only allowed to punch us. Support ults doing support ult things. I want to get back to him to see if I can maybe help with anything. They end up killing him for one of our teammates. That's fine with me. And now we're going to get an Eye of Agamotto real quick and kill their healer. Alright, and we're just going to keep pushing. I see Bucky here. He pulls me. That's fine. I wanted to be next to him anyway. If I could aim better, it would be great. Alright, and since the cart's pushing, we see where two people are. I'm probably just going to start to move toward them, but then Mantis ulted, so whatever. We'll just fight on the cart with the Mantis ult. Nothing super spectacular is happening here by me. Groot lands a really good ultimate, and we're just trying to deal as much damage as we can. Their Bucky actually pops off a bit here, which is scary. But we're doing fine. We're just going to keep dealing damage and keep pushing the point as soon as we can because we're only 2 meters away. Eventually, I think I start to focus Mantis here. Yeah, right here I noticed that she's on the point, and that's not allowed. And that's GG for the first half. And I hope that kind of helps the idea of like how to quote unquote carry as a tank. Basically, I just try to be as aggressive and like dive as I can and cover for my team when it's needed. If we get Groot ulted, I'm putting my shield up. I don't want my healers to die. If we're pushing up, I'm trying to make sure that I'm using natural cover so I'm not wasting my shield. So that way when I actually need it for when we're fighting, I have it. And I'm trying to play sort of around how my team is playing. If they're being aggressive, I want to be aggressive too. If they're being passive, I sort of want to still be aggressive, but not as hard. But I don't want to go in as much because if I do, I'm not going to be getting kills. And so you really need to play around what your team's doing and sort of how your team plays. I've had some people who are just aggro, and I really love those people. And I've had other people who are very slow and methodical. And you just sort of need to match whatever the majority of your team is. On to defense. I think we kept the same exact... Yeah, we kept the same exact team comp. So once again, we're just holding this choke. And they ported behind us. So I'm going to go and cover for that. Our Groot dropped down, so I'm going up. I don't want them to just have free reign. I think I do drop down here now. And Groot's up. And... their Star-Lord is actually behind killing our teammates. And I realize that I need to actually deal with him. So I go over and do that and then go back to tanking this side. We're up one person, so this should be a good fight for us. And yeah, we're just starting to take them down one by one. Strange is walled off, so I want to make sure that we kill him. And then find whoever the stragglers are. Not really seeing anyone, so I'm just going to go back to my position, which is right here on the point. I'm allowed to push slightly into this hallway, but I do need to be careful with Groot. That if I do, my shift is off cooldown. Because without this, I will die to being walled off. Alright, and Groot's fighting on the side, and I want to help him out, but I got walled off from doing that. He's fine. Star-Lord's doing Star-Lord things, and I don't want him to do that, so we're just going to be a little aggressive to him, and then back up to our team, because if I go in, I'm walled off. And this is just a little bit of a standstill. Like, this is why this point's really hard to push, because you need to flank. But notice that every time Star-Lord tries to, I'm just going and trying to meet him. This is where it starts to get interesting, because ultimates are popped. We have support ults. I can't use Agamotto. If I use Agamotto, nobody's dying because of Cloak ult. So I'm just trying to stay alive. Groot uses his ultimate and he gets 3 kills. So I want to save my Agamotto. I do not want to use it. We just killed 5 people. And if I use my ult, it's fully a waste. I want it for the next fight. Alright, team wipe. So we're just waiting for the next push now. Once again, doing the same thing. This is my place. I don't want anyone to pass me unless they use ultimates. And in all reality, on this point, they shouldn't be able to. I do get a little bit too far there. I shouldn't be that far up. I was trying to get into Agamotto's spot, but I messed it up. But it's fine, because Mantis just used her ult. Baited. Legendary behind us, but we have a support ult, so we should be fine, hopefully. Maybe. I was trying to make sure that he wasn't going to Agamotto our supports. That's why I was staying focused on him. And now I'm just looking for a good Agamotto, but I wasn't really seeing one. I get 2 here. Good enough. Still not the best. If I waited any longer, they would have had Cloak ult, though, so that's the best I could have gotten, I think. Sadly, with that Cloak ult, 3 of our teammates go down. And I don't think we're able to hold this from here. Yeah, no, we didn't get it. Alright, so coming back to me, I'm going up to the point. I see Star-Lord trying to do Star-Lord things, and I say no. Moon Knight does the same thing. I really appreciate that with him. Groot's out of position, so we're trying to do as much damage as we can, but it didn't really work out. Groot lands an ultimate. Moon Knight gets an ult or a kill with his ult, blah, blah, blah. Moon Knight doing Moon Knight things. Being aggressive, trying to get as much damage as I can, because if I'm not dealing damage, I'm not doing anything, really. This should be a kill here, and I think I do chase this Manus a little bit. I get slept, though. Yeah, we have numbers here, and I know that, so I'm trying to make sure that we get as many kills as we can. All there is to it. Now that I see multiple coming back, I finish off that Strange kill with Invisible Woman, and we're backing up to the corner now. Cloak and Dagger ult, we just back up. That's all we can do. The Groot ult, I'm putting up my shield and I'm trying to block for as many people as I can. That would have been a great Agamotto, and there it is. But somebody was ulting, so we did no damage. So it wasn't actually great. Once again, trying to not let Legendary do much. I thought I shielded that, but I didn't. Just trying to block for my team once again, and because of that, he didn't get a kill and got out of position. You can always just fly up into the air and block these with Strange. You can't block all of it, but you can block a decent amount. It pretty much makes her ult useless. And now she's out of position, so we just get a free kill. All right, I'm going back up to this corner because this corner is important. The more left clicks I can land, the more ult charge I get back. So I saw Groot there, and that was an easy, just like, okay, let's click him.
Final score 1, 2, 3.
All right, yeah, so that was it. Once again, try to mesh with your team, but always make sure to be aggressive. What I mean by that is you're going to go in and you're going to try to deal as much damage as you can, even if you're playing Doctor Strange, who's like a shieldy tank. You just want to disrupt their supports and their damage dealers and not let them play the video game the way that they want to. That's called creating space, and you really just want to maintain your area. Like, basically say, like in the hallway, that was my area. Or like at the end of the game, I said, okay, this is my corner. And I wasn't trying to let anybody pass me unless they use their ultimates. As soon as they use their ultimates, I back up. And if I dove a little bit to try to finish off a kill, as soon as I got the kill, I'm immediately backing up and I'm trying to go back to our healers. The only other like very small detail that I even forget to do sometimes is use the natural cover. So like once again, very start of the game, as we're walking up, I see so many people like he's in the wrong spot. He's trying to deal damage. You don't want to be on this side. You want to be on this side because you have this, all of this natural cover right here where they can't see you. Hold on, like all of this. You could just hide behind that. And then as soon as you reach here, jump across and use this one. That's saving like your shield if you're Doctor Strange, and it's saving your walls if you're Groot. Now that we get here, I'm just walking across and Groot is doing the exact same thing. Groot knows what's up right here. He's doing the exact same thing as me. Your entire team should be doing this. All you're doing is like minimizing the damage that you're taking. So just remember to do small things like this and just proper positioning. If you're a healer, don't be in front of your tanks and you should be doing fine. I feel like climbing from gold to plat, it did take me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but it didn't take the most time at all. I hope this helps y'all. And I can probably try to get an Invisible Woman game done like this if you want, or just try to talk over one soon. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you want any specific things in the future, please let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see y'all next time. Peace.